Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to Let's Play Titan Quest. We made it to this port, and it is, I'm gonna try and find, oh hey, there we go. I am gonna walk around this place. I like exploring towns and games. Seems like you got a pretty open area over there. Yeah, I can't get over there, but whenever I see, like, I always like to explore towns to see, like, especially in the stupid games like this where I'm like, how safe does it look?
Yes, stranger. We are heading.
Seems like they got a pretty big area that stuff can come from, but whatever. I'm sure nothing will happen. Hope that was the only side quest. I don't know. But yeah, here we are. We are in the north. And I'll be honest, I really like the way... I really love the way Act 5 looks. There's a lot of really cool looking stuff here. It's... Acts 4, 5, and Atlantis definitely are probably the best looking parts of this game, you know. Acts 1, 2, and 3... Maybe since it's like base Titan Quest and a little more grounded. It still has some nice looking scenery, but I feel like they go a little more over the top in the later acts.
Greetings, stranger.
Okay, I can't go that way to talk to you. It seems like a nice cozy place to live.
Hey, you. Yeah, you. Hey, have you seen my wife Kayamine anywhere? That useless wench has been gone all day. Muttered something about...
Yeah, I'm sure. I'll find your wife. I'm sure nothing bad will happen. I'm sure it'll turn out well. Alrighty.
Greetings, stranger. I'm looking up. Goodbye.
Yeah, goodbye.
Hail, soldier.
And now we got some new weapons and armor and all that stuff.
Are you looking for a proper fight or some proper leggings?
Let's see what this looks like. Take that off for now. That ain't too bad. I mean, you're not gonna see it, but I have pants now. So that's something. Might as well get something to fit the mood.
Welcome, warrior. What isn't there to do?
Alright. Heuneburg Mountain. I feel like there was another side quest around here. Got that. Oh yeah, I want to hit M to open the map. Let's head up. Yeah, this guy.
I am Gorgon.
White gold. 5,000 experience. That bothers me. Alrighty. So good to go, and let's head south.
A trader from the north sold.
He sounded interested in what he was talking about. What should I... Part of me doesn't really remember what the next steps for my character were going to be. It's been a while. So... I'm doing like some boars. It feels like it's been a while. So we killed some boars. Oh yeah, I remember those things. Those stone heaps that sound really weird when you knock them over. Oh, sound like a giant stone heap. They sound really heavy. What's up here? Robber. I kind of brought him up last time, Diablo games. I am feeling that I probably will be doing Diablo 1 soon-ish. I got some fun games planned. But before we like really get into the nitty-gritty, it's been a long time. It has to have been a couple years at this point, but I do actually plan on going back. Yeah, that just sounds so weird. Going back and finally finishing Tales of Fantasia. There's a new Tales game coming out this year, Tales of Arise. So, I mean, I'm not gonna be able to play it this year, but at least on the channel, I might play it in my free time. Get your dumbass rock out of here. Ooh. Now I remember these trolls. They, a little annoying with their throwing weapons, and they like to seemingly get bleed on you. Yeah, you know, Tales of Fantasia, I feel like has been hanging over my head for an eternity and a half, and I maybe I'm weird or something, but I just don't want that, you know? I wanna have every game that I started finished up, you know? And that's the only game so far that I haven't finished up. I mean, I did start up Pokemon Crystal, but Pokemon Crystal will be finished. I'm not like... Yeah, it's been a while since I've uploaded the video. The only reason I started Pokemon Crystal is because I thought... somehow in OBS... I think what happened... I think what it is Vegas Pro doesn't really like MP4 videos, and somehow OBS switched to MP4 videos instead of. I think everything else I recorded is WAV or WAV. Because when I went to go like render things out and all that, it would be like super laggy and it just didn't want to work, and I was so confused. And it randomly just started, and I'm like, what the heck is going on? It wasn't for everything, it was only for Kingdom Hearts and Luigi's Mansion. So I was positive that those games were just lost. You know, I'd have to like at some point just totally replay the games and re-record everything, and I'm like, I don't want to do that right now. I'll start Pokemon Crystal while I do that, because I tried to find, I mean, there are ways to convert videos, but I couldn't find a good way to do it for free. Like, I don't want to buy, I don't want to spend money on something that I'm only going to use like a couple times. Thankfully, my friend knew of one that he used for other things. I forget exactly what. He recommended it to me, and I used it. And so, thankfully, I'm actually able to finish these games up. At the time of this will go up, Luigi's Mansion and all that will be long gone. This, and I wouldn't be surprised if it's either Tales of Fantasia or I guess depending on my mood, Pokemon Crystal, you know, because again, at the time of this recording, I am done with Kingdom Hearts and all that. I'm working on uploading them, but they are done. Same thing with Luigi's Mansion. Those have been gone. This has been done for a long time. A long, long time. I just never got around to uploading it because I just could never find a good method of uploading. The problem with it is recording and everything is very fun. I love recording. I really enjoy sitting down. I mean, it's just me playing games, you know? I enjoy it. At points, I almost enjoy it more than me just playing games regularly, but I still enjoy it. The problem is like all the other stuff. You know, the potential editing and rendering stuff out and all that isn't particularly fun. And, you know, some days I'm just not really in the mood to talk for a couple hours a day. You know, talk like this, at least. In real life, I'm a pretty laid-back, quiet kind of person, you know? So me talking for this amount of time isn't always my idea of a good time, you know? If I'm not feeling particularly social, I guess, that day, I might not want to do it. But, so that would get in the way, and then also trying to consistently record for 2 games and upload 2 videos a day and all that really just wore me, not, I wouldn't say wore me down, but just like, I don't want to do this, you know. Especially since, you know, I mean, I got a regular job and everything. If I could just sit here and do YouTube all day, I would, you know. But I can't, because I don't make no money on YouTube. Yeah, let's go this way. But, I have talked about it. I mean, thought about it. And I think I actually have a pretty good idea. After I'm done with Titan Quest, I am no longer going to do 2 games at a time, unless it's like a short game or something, like a really short game. I'm no longer going to be doing like a game like Titan Quest and Kingdom Hearts at the exact same time. I'm fine doing like a really short game. You know, like Super Mario Bros was like 4 videos. I'm fine doing that. That's not too bad. But anything like if it's going to, if I expect it to be like 20 or more videos, maybe 30 or more, I'm not sure yet. I'm just gonna wait because yeah, it's just it is. I definitely made a mistake trying to do always try and do 2 games at once. Now, again, at the time I'm talking about this, I'll probably make it like an actual update when this matters more. For me, it is almost summer. It is like May. It's like May something, and how my job, I have June and July and like a little bit of August off, so I don't do anything. Which gives me time to record. I have Ornate Seal Ring. I have the time to record and do all these things, so I can easily do a couple games at a time, and I'm hoping during those couple months to get ahead. To record the next couple games that I really want to do. Like I said, I plan on finishing Tales of Fantasia up finally. We're going to be doing Pokemon Crystal. I don't see Pokemon Crystal taking a super long time. One thing that'll help is I love Pokemon games, especially the older ones, so I'm feeling pretty confident I could get that game recorded pretty fast. You know, I have to look. I'm pretty sure I plan on doing the first Yakuza game. Well, Yakuza 0 specifically. Very soon. Again, probably after I do after Tales of Fantasia and Pokemon Crystal are finished. And I'd have to look. You know, first Diablo is coming up pretty soon. Oh, Final Fantasy 2. Plan on doing Final Fantasy 2 very, very soon. Let's put it into strength. Let me see. We have made it to the tippy top. Should I just put more points into it? We max that out. Max that out. That's looking good. That's looking good. Spirit Mastery, looking good. Cascade. You know what? Let's put some points into this. Why not? Deal less damage and take more damage. I think that's a pretty good usage of our points. And we got a... I don't know if I found that shield before, but it's definitely familiar to me. I'm going to get out of here, and then I'm going to teleport back to the town to turn this quest in. I've got to do it anyways at some point. Yeah. Probably after Tales of Phantasia will be Final Fantasy 2. But I don't love Final Fantasy 2 as much, but I do feel like I could get through Final Fantasy 2 pretty fast. It's not like super duper long, you know? Though doing the side quest in that game, the side stuff, side content in that game might take some time. I do also gotta, at some point, grind out, not grind out, but, you know, Kingdom Hearts recently came out on PC. All of them, and I plan on switching my Kingdom Hearts stuff from the PS4 to the PC. So, you know, for me to finish the rest of Kingdom Hearts, again, it's all the optional side post-game stuff, essentially. For me to do that, I am going to have to replay the game again on PC. So I got to be doing that at some point. And, yeah. But, you know, thankfully during the summer, I'll have a lot more time.
Thank you very much, stranger.
Okay. Alrighty. I don't know if...
Have you seen these walls? Potions made
Do I
from
need
local
to sell?
herbs by Master
Yeah, this.
Article himself.
I'm actually going to put you in that first
The chalice
one.
be with you, stranger.
Yeah. Hoping to get, if I can get like 4 or maybe even 5 games recorded during, like fully recorded by the time summer ends, I'd be ecstatic. Because then I could slow down to doing, you know, recording less while those 4 or 5 games are uploaded and everything. And by the time I, you know, get to post-summer recordings, I'll still be very ahead. So I'm definitely going to be taking my summer, trying to use my summer to get as ahead as I can. So hopefully I can do that. It's definitely a big thing I would love. Be very, very nice. So I just want to get Tales of Phantasia out of the way. I have been watching somebody play Breath of Fire recently, and it makes me want to play the first Breath of Fire game at least again. It's been a couple years since I've played that one. I love the first Breath of Fire game. It's like pure, to me, like pure JRPG comfort food. It's not like a particularly amazing game. You know, it doesn't have like a fantastic story or anything, but it's very simple. And it's simple in a good way. you know? Doesn't try it never feels like it's trying to be more than any of it, you know. It doesn't seem like it's trying too hard, essentially, you know. Which kind of the reason why Tales of Fantasia got on my nerves is the game is a very, to me, again, in that very average JRPG area. Bit more complicated than Breath of Fire, for sure. But, you know, the stories and everything is very cliche. I just could not... You know, I enjoyed Tales of Fantasia, but I had a hard time, like, really getting into it. And if I was on, like, you know, when you're like, I forget how far I got in, like, hour-wise into it. I think I got around to, like, episode 18 recorded before I, like, gave up.
You seem friendly enough. Why would you want to go to...
And like I said, I feel like it was just trying too hard to be like super interesting, and therefore it just couldn't keep my interest. You know, like there were moments where things felt like dragged out. The encounter rate at points feels too high, and encounters like feel like they take too long. You know, and Breath of Fire doesn't. First Breath of Fire doesn't feel like that. You know, it's a pretty... Again, it's not a super long game, but I feel like the encounter rate isn't too bad in that game. It isn't... And even in the encounters that you do get into, you can kill pretty fast. My problem with the encounters in Tales of Fantasia is that there are two encounters. There are two random encounters that I enjoy. The really easy ones, not because I enjoy easy, but usually because when it's like that, there are also a lot of them. And if I were to have a lot of encounters, I'd rather them be easy than a lot of really hard ones. I much rather prefer a game have a not crazy encounter rate, and the encounters actually matter, you know? I don't want every encounter to break my balls or anything, but I would really like it when games actually have encounters where I have to do a little bit of thinking during them, you know. The first Dragon Warrior is, I think, a good example of that, where it's hard to like just go into the encounters without some idea, but if you do, you know, brute forcing your way through is not a good idea, you know, because you could do it, but you're gonna lose health and lose more resources than you would if you just were smart. Yeah.
Oh,
I also have some berries
I
left.
didn't hear you come in. You probably just came for some hunting supplies, correct? I have some here. Good.
Yep.
Fine.
You're, sorry, dude. Your wife, Your wife has been hunting for mushrooms elsewhere. Let's just keep it at that. But, what was I saying? Yeah, I really enjoy random encounters where, again, it's kind of hard to explain exactly. Like I said, I think Dragon Warrior, the first one, and I haven't played it yet, but I also think Dragon Warrior 3 does a good job. And for the most part, Dragon Warrior 2 does. Where random encounters aren't insane. Like, the encounter rate, I mean, isn't insane for the most part. There are times where it can be a little ridiculous. But the random encounters that you do encounter do matter. You have to know... You do actually have to have knowledge of the enemy, you know, but they're not so ridiculous that they're going to, for the most part, absolutely destroy you. Unless you are playing Dragon Warrior 2, then yeah, you most likely will die in some of those later encounters. First and third aren't as bad, but you know, because you know that game makes debuffs and buffs actually useful. I think that right there can make encounters more fun as long as they're not like overabundant. When those kind of encounters happen too often, then you're like, okay, I'm just doing the same thing over and over and over again. Enemy variety is also a big important part when it comes to making at least turn-based stuff not as boring. As fast, you know, which is unfortunately a problem for Breath of Fire. But yeah, Tales of Fantasia, I don't super love the combat in that one. Maybe it's because I've played some of the later ones. It's not bad. My problem with it is I have found a way to cheese the combat system already. The game definitely not requires, but stun locking is pretty easy and is a very good way to demolish stuff. There's a boss, I haven't gotten around to it, but it'll probably be like one of the first things that happen when I get back to recording. That if you don't stun lock him to death, he will stun lock you to death. And I feel like that is a pretty common thing. Another thing about Breath of Fire, Tales of Fantasia that didn't really grab me is like the characters, at least how they work in combat, also felt very lackluster. Ouchie. You know, I forget his name. I think it's like Clarth or whatever. He is like one of my least favorite party members in recent JRPG memory. Character-wise, like personality-wise, I think he's fine. You know, I kind of like those. I want to say snobby, but that is not the right word. Kind of like shit-talking. Ladies man kind of characters, you know, they can be kind of interesting. Not interesting, entertaining. And that's the kind of character he is, but I hate his playstyle. I'm a pretty impatient person, so when his only real means of attack are stupid, overly long spell animations that cost way too much, yeah, it's a pretty easy, fast way to quickly becoming my least favorite character, not only in the game, but again, like one of my least favorite characters in recent JRPG memory, you know. Again, gameplay-wise. Character-wise, I think he's fine. Everybody else is average. Like, the main character is unremarkable, you know? Inoffensive. Almost inoffensive in like an offensive way, if that makes any sense. Like he's just boring. He is just boring. Mint, the healer, she's also kind of boring. I don't remember the other character who's like the magic user. I'm a big fan of like black mages in games, so she's already way better than stupid Clarth. I've been talking about stupid other RPGs. I've been talking about Titan Quest. How far along am I? Yeah, I'm going to probably make it to that Rebirth Shrine and call it quits. We've been going on for about half an hour. We're in a forest. This is probably my least favorite part of Act 5. I don't hate it. I mean, like I said, I still, you know, I think it looks good, but I guess compared to the rest of Act 5, it isn't my favorite. But, you know, dense forests are also pretty fun to explore. But yeah, this seems like a pretty good place to end. So next time we will continue our way through this forest and whatever our objective is. We're looking for... I think we're looking for... yeah. I'm going to meet some lady in town, but I don't want to even attempt to pronounce some of these names because I'll totally butcher them. So yeah, until next time, guys. See ya.